Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of It's About Everything. So in today's episode I'm going to show you what's inside this cheap Chinese wireless mouse, and I'm also going to fix the scroll wheel because it does not scroll very well. So let's open it up and see what's inside. So the opening procedure is really simple. You need to slide the cover backward and the top cover comes off, and then you can see it only needs one AAA battery, and the wireless dongle is kept in the center part. So I'm also going to apply some oil onto the switches, onto the clicking switches, which I did in my previous video, and it does helps to smooth out the clicking function. So it's held by a single screw, and once I open it, the cover comes off and the circuit is open. Now there are two screws that holds the circuit into the bottom base, so it's very simple. Just open the two screws and it comes off. So you can see the screw is open. Now I'm going to open the circuit board. So here I'm using a small attachment from my screwdriver set to pry the circuit board open. So it needs a little bit of force to open it, and you can see it's open. So this is the reflective lens that is fitted in front of the sensor, and the LED glows through it. So the circuit is really simple, and the scrolling wheel is a generic one, the old one with an encoder, rotary encoder, not like the previous one with infrared transmitter and receiver. It's a rotary encoder, and the clicking switch for the wheel is a normal button switch, push button switch, which is really cheap actually. They should have given the normal clicking switch that is on the left and right clicks. Okay, so I can see it has an on-off switch in the back side, which is there is no switch over here. So probably this circuit is a generic circuit, where in some models they put the switch here and in some models they don't, such as in this model there is no switch, and they say it automatically turns off once there is no signal from the PC, which actually happens. It already turns off when the PC turns off. But maybe there is a parasitic drain from the circuit, and the battery doesn't last longer than a month, normal AAA cell. So here a simple technique that I'm applying is I'm squeezing the clamp in the rotary encoder, which actually presses the main component together and it starts working. It's a basic and a simple fix. And another thing is you need to put some oil here. So I'm going to use the coconut oil that I had from my previous video. So the coconut oil will smooth out the rotary encoder switch, and I think it will work fine. So here I am squeezing the clamps with a needle nose plier, and now when I rotate the wheel it feels a little bit hard, and I can feel the notches when I rotate it. Okay, so now I am applying some coconut oil that I used in my previous project, and I'm applying it into the rotary encoder, and I will rotate it once or twice to make sure that the oil reaches in every corner. And after I've added the oil, immediately this wheel becomes much more smoother. So basically this is also a reason for this type of switches which does not scroll properly, because there is no lubrication here, plus the metal bracket is not tight enough. I'm also applying some oil onto the left and right clicking switches. I'm applying the oil on the white part on the clicking section, and the oil seeps through the gaps into the spring that is inside. Although the left and right click switches are alright, I don't need to open it, but still I've added the oil. So now the wheel feels really smooth in operation, and I'm wiping out the excess oil that is on the top of the switches and on the side. So you can see here the wireless chip on top of the board. Possibly it's a generic chip, and you can if you have a similar type of mouse, you can easily replace this wireless chip and the mouse will work according with the dongle which connects with the chip. Okay, so I'm putting everything back together. So here I'm checking everything, whether the oil is dripping out from the edge or not. So putting it back together is really simple. All I need to do is I need to match the holes and press it. Here I should have fitted the wheel first, which I forgot as usual, and I tried to fit it back in. Few minutes later I noticed that I forgot the wheel and I had to open it back again. So the threads for the screw are not that good, because here as I'm putting the front screw, the thread is really loose, although the thread on the bottom screw is okay, but I cannot over tight it, otherwise it will cut the thread. So although it has 2 screws, but it has 3 places to put the screw. Probably in the factory they forgot to put the 3rd screw, so I'm using the 3rd hole to put the top screw back in instead of the position where it was before, because the thread is not working anymore. So this is where I tried to fit the wheel and it didn't go in, so I had to open it back again. Okay, so here I raised the board from the bottom part, and then I slide inside the wheel and then put it back in its place, and then I'm putting the screw back into its place. So basically the wheel that was not working before, the scroll wheel, it is working now, because I'm using the mouse now to edit this video. And this mouse, I'm using this mouse since 2017. Although the battery consumption in this mouse is too much, it needs a lot of battery. I mean, in every 20 days or 30 days you need to replace the battery because it is powered by a single battery. That's why I avoid using it now, and I use my previous mouse that I fixed earlier. So this was it guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you soon.